It's the MYCRO, you already know. Now, I know a lot of my viewer base is infatuated with Dragon Ball, and a lot of people make that so obvious, especially with their profile pictures and names. Like this guy right here. His name is Dragon Ball Super is Garbage. Hold on. Super is Garbage? What? Oh my god! Oh, you better not say that or else they're gonna come and get you. Let me not. Oh my god. Okay. So, I do love Dragon Ball. I mean, I have some cool orange brick sets. I have the cool figures. Like, I'm a huge fan, don't get me wrong, but I'm not one of those cringe Dragon Ball fans who only ever watch Dragon Ball and maybe some Studio Ghibli films. But no, I watch a couple of anime, and I'm sure people that love Dragon Ball, have watched other stuff too. No denying that. However, I do believe with the fans that I've been discussing Dragon Ball with that a lot of them have only watched Dragon Ball, and that's pretty much it. And while that's not a crime necessarily, at least to some people, when I meet someone like that, I absolutely want to choke them and kill. I want them to know that there are stuff out there while maintaining epic fights in their narrative, also provides strong cohesive characters, as well as strong world structure and a good time all around. Dragon Ball has a narrative, and I understand that, but not to the point of complexity. If you love Dragon Ball and want to dive deep into something that has some of that Dragon Ball flair, then here's some anime and manga recommendations I have for you. Let's get started. Number 1, Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star is something that I really can only describe as a blast from the past, assuming you're 40 and above. Airing in 1984, Toei Animation aired the legendary Fist of the North Star, created by Borusan and Tetsuo Hara. Our main character is named Kenshiro, a master of Hokuto no Ken, a rather rare technique in the world of Fist of the North Star. The setting is in a post-apocalyptic world where everyone is struggling to get by as there is a lack of resources. And if the struggle of daily necessities wasn't enough, bandits are a rather common occurrence to some innocent factions, and they have some tendencies to steal all your food if they wish to do so. Kenshiro, being the badass that he is, stops these bandits, and it's very satisfying seeing him come and save the day. There's moments of romance, brotherhood. I think this anime does capture a lot of those aspects, but that's not their main focus. Their main focus is showing you bloody action, and I love it. The artwork in the manga is absolutely beautiful, and your first realization is that this looks oddly familiar. Well, yes, if you think that, then you're probably referring to JoJo. Yep, Fist of the North Star has indeed inspired the creator of JoJo. If you love fights and a pretty simple story, Fist of the North Star has that and some rather gory moments as well. It's a really easy to consume manga, and they have 4 volumes of the reprints right now, but if you like to watch the anime, that's always an option as well. However, due to censorship, they do lack some of the details that the manga has, which I don't think is a deal breaker, but does take away from that much detail. Manga is my preference, anime does a fine job too. 2. One Punch Man. Now, I don't think I need to explain a lot about One Punch Man, but let's just say fights are the main focus of this anime, and if you're a Dragon Ball fan, the first episode alone will have you sold. But it's not always about fights. Our main character, Saitama, having the dream of becoming a hero, goes through rigorous training to become strong. His training regimen consists of basic workouts, push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, and a 10-kilometer run. Yeah, basic. He does this for 2 years straight and finds himself bald and able to just one-punch any monster that he sees. Now, while you may think that an overpowered character would make for a rather cliche and predictable story, I would actually suggest the opposite. One Punch Man does a great job of capturing the inner thoughts of characters, tackling their motives, and are challenged when their beliefs are pushed against the wall. Saitama isn't just this brainless idiot who doesn't think of anything besides fighting. He's just a human. He goes to the grocery store, reads manga, he does all these things because he has already met his goal of being a strong hero. But whenever he fights someone, he doesn't feel the accomplishment of actually winning, but being burdened with a disappointment when he does. He is depressed by his overwhelming strength, and not to spoil anybody, but when another person finds himself in the same situation as Saitama and finally meets Saitama, they're finally for the first time in their life excited of the thrill of a challenge, something Saitama wishes he could feel, and us as the audience wish the same thing. And the frustrating thing about this is that when Saitama beats a big foe, he's never credited at all. Like, he's always degraded by other people. Like, he's a loser because he's always stealing the kill. Like, he wants to be like this very strong hero, which he is, but people just don't believe him. This manga has some of the best art I have seen in shonen. It is so amazing what Murata can do. So the story is done by One, who's done One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100. And the art is done by Yusuke Murata, the artist for Eyeshield 21. Murata does such a great job capturing depth, and his character designs are just very pleasant to look at whenever seeing the volume covers of One Punch Man. One Punch Man is something I would suggest first out of everything on this list. This anime has 2 seasons, and the first season is done by Madhouse, a very notable studio, with some beautiful animation. However, I can't say the same thing with the second season because they got a new studio to do the animation, and the guys who did the animation also did Food Wars, aka PNG Slideshow. So I suggest after season 1 to hop on the manga because Murata's work is just that good, and season 2 doesn't do it justice, unfortunately. Manga preferred, anime season 1. If you have to do anime season 1, then hop on the manga. Season 2 is not worth watching. And number 3, Hunter x Hunter. It's a masterpiece, enough said! I'm just kidding. But Hunter x Hunter is probably the best thing I've ever watched. This anime is actually really tough to put into words, but I'm gonna try my best. Right? Hunter x Hunter is very different from other shonen. What would you do if you can't have something you want so bad? And it does this very well. Gon, our main character, is at first a very generic character you would see in a lot of other shonen. But you know what they do? They place this character with a very common trope into a seinen environment. Not to the scale of like Berserk, but to the scale where it's like, you're going into this world like that? You're gonna be slapped in the face with what the world is like. Gon's spirit and drive, though admirable, does not cut it. There is no generic shonen power-up, no friendship bullshit. It shows Gon sucking it up and becoming a reckless idiot, making stupid decisions and being dealt with the consequences that are heartbreaking to see. And these moments are definitely going to make you cry. Now, while there are not a lot of fights in this anime, that might be a turnoff for the Dragon Ball viewers, they do have some fights, and when the fights are present, they feel like fights. With the power system being some of the most unique power systems I've ever seen, it just does such a great job of making every single character unique. Not like Dragon Ball where everyone has a beam and a punch. I'm sorry, but I'm so bad at explaining how good Hunter x Hunter is, but this is an experience I think you have to go through yourself. If you want to see that personality akin to Goku being put into situations where he cannot win, then you should watch this anime. Not a real spoiler, but Gon loses most of his fights, and when you might not want to see that, whenever he wins, it feels like an unbelievable and happy experience that you will say, thank God I watched this anime. Now, the anime for Hunter x Hunter isn't caught up to the manga, and only because the manga is in hiatus. It's been on hiatus for quite a long time. But it's okay because the anime covers everything except the latest arc, which is the Black Continent arc. The animation's done by Madhouse, some of the best people out there, and I suggest the 2011 version because while the older version is really good, the older version isn't going to be caught up with like the Chimera Ant arc and stuff like that, so I highly suggest going to the 2011 version because it has up-to-date animation. It's very good. It's done by Madhouse, and Chimera Ant arc in the anime is probably one of the best arcs of all of shonen. And for the manga, I mean, I suggest reading the manga right after the anime. If you want to stop at the Chimera Ant arc, you can stop right there and be completely fine. Hunter x Hunter, big recommendation for the anime. If you want to do the manga, that's fine, but I highly suggest the anime because the voice acting is amazing. So let me know what you guys think about this whole list. I know there wasn't a lot because I don't think I want to go through so many animes that are kind of like the same. I think these are my top 3 if you're like into Dragon Ball and want to watch another anime. But if you guys want more of this, make sure to leave a comment below, like this video, and hit the subscribe button and bell notifications if you want to see more from the MYCRO. That's all I got for you today. I'm Addy Patati. See ya.